Holy ball and chain.
I'm the best to do it. I unify music. This intro's enticing. Doing bolos like Tyson. Fury. Music.
Turn it up.
Holy mackerel.
Fury. Music.
Up off net? Yeah! Yeah! Yes! 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 Up off! Yeah. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is. Yeah. Yeah. It's hump day, baby, boo. We'll do it. Do it. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz The Adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. Let me see, King Raoul. Mr. Grinch. What's going on with you? Whoops. All right, man. Look, first I want to say this. Look, we have a decent show for you guys today. Hope you guys are having a great day. Yesterday, okay, I've been on a hunt for a mouse that's been running around my house for the past 2 weeks. Hit the Tyson Bell. Let me see what Charles Baker has to say. Batman, Best Fire. Are you hopping on that for real? I don't know. I don't think so. But I've been on a hunt for this mouse for the past 2 weeks, terrorizing the family. Okay. And this morning, my brother, my middle brother, love you, boy, ShowBizz the brother, came by last week or a week and a half ago, set some traps. Right, the traps I had, he said, the traps you got is food greasy. So we set some different traps, and that damn trap caught it. This morning, the mouse was stuck in a trap. Ms. Biz heard it. She was getting KNOX in the Box dressed. And KNOX in the Box, he doesn't really know much about death and stuff yet. So Ms. Biz is like, oh, we caught the mouse. KNOX in the Box wanted to see a mouse. So Ms. Biz grabbed KNOX. I come running downstairs in my robe. It sounded and looked like the scene of Boys in the Hood. Remember when Ricky was shot and he was laying on the couch? And Doughboy was trying to grab the baby. And he was like, he ain't supposed to be seeing this. It's like, get away. Don't touch him. Don't you ever touch him. It was crazy. I'm grabbing KNOX in the Box. He shouldn't be seeing this. And the mouse was only this big. Which I don't think that was a damn mouse, because the one I saw, see, I'm looking for the mama. That must have been a baby. So I think what we got going on is there's a family of critters running around here, and it's killing me. And you know when there's something like that, every time you see something in your peripheral, You ain't got that kind of time. So much love to you, crazy. I'm saying, what's good, Biz? What's going on with you? Before I get started for the day, everybody, can you please give it up for the Varnell Hill boxing and hit the line?
With a laugh, under the cabbage patch. She's a pretty lady, and then sign some autographs. The Varnell man can boing boing.
Hey, why did Varnell Hill? Why did he touch his? That's when you know you in the zone. He touched his security guard like, hey, like look how he touched his security guard.
With a laugh, under the cabbage patch.
He's like, dog, I'm killing this shit. Real quick, before we get into what's going on today, simply get a cat. You ain't lying. You are not lying. I heard DJ Khaled's album. I heard DJ Khaled's new album. You guys heard it? The first song with Jay-Z, I lost my mind. I lost my mind. Jay-Z went off. And then after that, the album started taking a real sharp decline. Hold on, let me see. Off to work, Varnell mean Biz. Y'all have a good morning. Much love to you. Good morning to you. Love you, boy. Get to the bag. So the album takes a real sharp, you see it? Yeah, God did. It takes a sharp decline. I'm getting a little disappointed. I turn this shit off. I turn the shit off. And what do? I'm in the shower. I want to put on something else. So, soap in my eye, going through my phone, keeping it out the shower. Hit play over DJ Khaled. I hit play on No More Running Down the Wrong Road. Huh? Sing it with me. Dancing to a different drum. Hey, can't you see what's going on deep inside your heart? Y'all know the song. Always searching for the real thing. Living like it's far away. Just leave all that madness in yesterday. You're holding the key. If you believe it, there's sweet freedom. Shine the light on me. You are the magic. You right where I wanna be. I'm in the shower. You are the magic. Magic, baby. That's a damn shame. Over DJ Khaled, I'm listening to Michael McDonald. That's a damn shame. Hold on, let me see. Good morning, everyone. It's hump day. No one believed in us, but God did. You got that right. Let me see. If you want some fire, listen to Jit's new album. All right, I give it. Get up here. boy. All right, everybody's in here now. We got over 200 people in here. Make sure you hit the like and let's get to the show.
Hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, get those.
Okay. So let's talk about Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. Let's talk about Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, preaching. He was preaching so much, he told no lies. He was preaching so much that I almost caught the ghost. Oh, hallelujah. I almost caught the ghost. So let's start with Jake Paul versus.
Shut up, shit room and shit biz. Shit biz. You're hurting my ears with your annoying voice and you can't sing. Look, boxing finally got it right, stepping aside to a real heavyweight fight in Cyril Gane versus Tai Tuivasa. Yeah, that's right. Boxing understood that Andy Ruiz versus Ortiz was a heavyweight bout that didn't make any sense, and it's a shitty fight and a terrible matchup, so they moved it to Sunday. UFC has a real heavyweight fight and a great card. Look, I still think Ciryl Gane is a look into the future with his athleticism and footwork and great understanding of distance and timing, but he's going up against Tai Tuivasa, who is just a monster, a tank, a common man, a slugger, and somebody that everyone roots for. It kind of feels like a more amplified and far higher quality AJ versus Andy Ruiz, except AJ is a robot with no chin and not close to the fighter of Ciryl Gane, and Andy Ruiz is a poor excuse of a champion. Look, I'm predicting Ciryl Gane to win this fight for the reasons that I thought he was going to beat Ngannou, except for I underestimated the skill level of Ngannou. Tai Tuivasa is a monster, but he's just not as skilled as Ngannou. I'm not sure if the barbaric slugging would be enough to beat Gane. Alright, see you later, shit room and shit biz. Goodbye.
The level of disrespect. The level of disrespect to not be here for weeks and to finally come back and sound that shitty. That's legendary. And here's the funny thing. Other than the disrespect, I can't really disagree, dog. I can sing. Like, they call me the songbird of this generation. Okay, so I can sing. All right, so he got that all effed up. But Gane versus Tuivasa is a better heavyweight fight. It's a better fight. And Andy Ruiz versus Ortiz, which we want to see that because we want Wilder versus Andy Ruiz. Let's keep it real. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Andy Ruiz. PBC, we see you. We know what you're doing. You're not fooling anybody. Okay? You're going to feed Ortiz to Andy Ruiz. Make this, if Andy Ruiz knocks out Ortiz, you're going to have this whole thing, right, of Andy Ruiz making short work out of Ortiz. The only people to beat Ortiz is Wilder and Andy Ruiz. Come on. PBC, I love you like a play cousin, but I see it from a mile away, okay? But we do want Andy Ruiz versus Wilder anyway. We do want Andy Ruiz versus Wilder anyway, and that's the black two sugars. So good shit, but we know what's going on. As far as Gane versus Tuivasa, am I calling the fight? Yes. I'm excited about that fight. All right? Now, look, hit the thumbs up. Yeah, if you can, hit the like for this channel. We do so much in this community. All we need is the support. And all the support takes is 1 second. If that's hard to do, then you're a hater. You're just hating. You're just hating. All right, so look. Let's talk about Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, and the words that he had to say, because guess what we have here? The receipt. Receipts, motherfucker! Okay, listen what Deontay Wilder's been saying, the past day or two.
Everybody pictured to be Joshua.
Yeah.
They can't see him hanging in the ring.
That's why they didn't want to make the fight before. That is the reason why they took me on a 6-month roller coaster, because they did everything to avoid the fight. They did not want to fight. These are the results and the reason. We're seeing it. Fast forward years, we see it.
Do you think we could get him in there before them 3 years?
I
hope.
It's up to them, man. We ain't bullshitting, man.
With this being said, the second ring is for the people. It's always going to be for my family, no matter what I do, but this one is special for the people. I never said that I was retired or any of those things. People always, especially journalists or media people, they always want to be first in being correct, mixing up our words just to scratch you egos to get clicks and likes. And we don't like that. On the outside, people always describe what they see or what they think could happen, or everybody got the remedy of how you used to train, and all you need to do, if it's all you need to do, then a lot of people will be doing it. Some people have never trained anyone or never have even got a fighter to a championship level, but they got all the remedy to tell you what it takes to win. If you ain't got in that ring ever before, you really don't know. You can only be on the outside looking in.
Ha! Ha! I ain't worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. That boy was preaching. That boy was, his father was a pastor, right? That boy was preaching. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. My eyes. That boy was. Now look. This is what I want to say. Yeah, we all feel that Deontay Wilder would knock out AJ, right? We all feel that way. There's no diss towards AJ. You know, Wilder was it's a problem. He always been a problem, and now you kind of feel that way. Now, Robert Garcia said that AJ will be getting back into training, maybe not with him or whatever, but he's fighting. AJ said he wants to fight by December. So AJ is getting bit. Okay, look. Even Ortiz, to me, Ortiz was better than Wilder. It's just that, wow, that's the thing. He got that one punch hitter quitter that would actually make Wilder a huge threat against Usyk. You know, AJ don't have that one punch night. He's probably the second hardest puncher in the world, but he ain't got that one punch night, that real weird timing power, right? Ortiz was beating the hell out of Deontay Wilder twice. But the point I'm trying to make is Wilder and AJ started late. They just started late. So when it comes to those who've been doing it for so long, you see that Tyson Fury, Wilder, you see that gap in skill level. Usyk, AJ, you see it. But AJ has more skill than Wilder, and AJ is going to get back in there. It's just that, you know, Wilder versus AJ, everybody wants to see that. And the best lead up for that would be Wilder versus Andy Ruiz. Look, this all takes time. This all takes time. Let Andy Ruiz fight Ortiz. If you make short work out of Ortiz, which is not a promise, but I think he will. If you make short work out of Ortiz, then you're going to compare Wilder's performance against Ortiz with Andy Ruiz. That's what you do. If Wilder gets past Robert Helenius, Wilder is back. So now you want to see Wilder versus Andy Ruiz. Now, if Wilder knocks out Andy Ruiz, something that AJ has never done, now you want to see AJ. You see what I'm saying? It's just everything got to lead up right. Everything got to work right. By that time, you're going to see Usyk versus Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. And if you are someone who, the best thing for boxing would be for Usyk to beat Tyson Fury. So if Wilder were to beat AJ, right? That's what you would want. Let me see what you have to say. Super sticker. Thank you so much. I want to say this too. Someone asked, and I saw you in the war room. Someone asked, why do you guys just think that Andy Ruiz would beat Ortiz? Anyone who saw the last fight, see, you may have just saw the knockout. I'm not sure if you were with us, because when the live stream commentary, wasn't a lot of us watching Charles Martin versus Ortiz because it was pay-per-view. Remember that? It was like a cheap pay-per-view, but it was pay-per-view. Many people didn't see the fight. They didn't see the fight. They saw the highlights on YouTube. So you're thinking, man, why people looking past Ortiz? Y'all ain't see the fight. The fight, Ortiz looked done. He looked finished. And he caught Charles Martin sleeping. That's what happened. And then Charles Martin. But Ortiz, it was sad. It looked so bad, it was sad. That fight, if you watched the fight, how bad Ortiz was looking, it was sad. Right? Yeah, I saw the highlights. That's the problem. Watch the fight. I was calling the fight like this. It's over, bro. It is over for dude. Like that was sad. That was one of the biggest comebacks in a fight I've seen, because that shit looked bad. His slowness, his lack of everything. He was just out of there, getting dribbled off the canvas. He was falling off in exhaustion. He was bad. So anybody who asks that question don't watch fights, they watch highlights. And that's why you don't know. Your best bet is to not look at BoxRec, is to not look at highlights, but to watch fights. That's going to work. That'll work every time when you analyze what's going to happen next. So I'm favoring Andy Ruiz. He can still lose because I saw Areola go, boop, right? So we'll see. after Fury versus Wilder 3, I am convinced. I was convinced Fury the best heavyweight and Wilder beats everyone else. That's how I felt too in the division. AJ the best resume though. That's the best. That is the assessment at this point. That is the assessment. Let me give you a love, bro.
It's the only thing that matters to me.
Let me see. Usyk wins if he can close the reach gap with Fury. Yeah, if you could fight on the inside. You heard what Wilder said? I don't have the receipts, but Wilder said that Fury's going to win. He said he's just too big, and he said that when Fury gets tired, he said because he's going to get tired against Usyk, and when he does, he's just going to try to reach and lay on him. He said, and you put that big body on him. He's definitely letting you know how it is to fight him. He's been in there, getting the best of Fury at times, even in that third fight. You know, it's just that, man, when he laid on me, he just zapped everything. I had no legs, no nothing. And he's thinking that that's going to happen. The difference between Usyk and Wilder is Wilder's feet is in cement. You know, that's why I want Wilder to run and do jump rope. Wilder's feet is in cement. So he couldn't get out the way if he tried. All right. From observation, like Wilder said when he was preaching, my eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. When he was preaching, you know, he was like, you never been in there, so shut the hell up. So I hear you. But from watching it, your feet weren't moving, brother. So that's why Fury can catch you, can lay on you. Usyk has a better chance because he has angles. He has crazy footwork, especially for a heavyweight today. So we'll see. We'll see. But the thing is, Tyson Fury got great footwork too. He's different. He's different. Let me see. Grumpier old men fighting. Oh, I can see what you mean. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let me see. Whoa, AJ is not more skilled than Wilder. You're dumb as hell. Now you're gonna say whoa and then say the dumbest shit ever. That comment was dumb. Here's the thing, and thank you so much, BK, for sending that link to Relevnt. Everybody, you must go to Relevnt. Relevnt is really hot. Everybody's over there. You know, we on a panel discussing all the time. If not, we're definitely in the chat discussing boxing all the time and keeping each other updated with phenomenal debates. So go over. That's the link to Relevnt. Go over to Relevnt. Follow us all on Relevnt. The War Room is over there. Also, if you guys are so sure of the Andy Ruiz versus Ortiz outcome, but even more crazy, the Cyril Gane versus Tiavasa's outcome, you can always go to Bet US. Go to Bet US. That's the link right there. I got it in the comments now. Go to Bet US and place your bets. It's bigger, easier to use, and it's safe. Hit the Tyson bell. So bet us on Bet US. See, I'm going to be placing a bet for sure this weekend. I'll place a bet on Gane versus Tuivasa, and I'll place the bet on Andy Ruiz versus Ortiz. I'll probably put money on Gane and put money on Andy Ruiz, but I gotta see, you know, what's the odds. So you know, we gotta see what are the odds. Yeah. So real quick, before we let's move on a little bit so we can make sure we have time for everything, and then I go back to what Wilder was saying. What I did like what Wilder was saying was the clickbaiting and stuff like that, which is why we completely changed the way we approach this community and this channel. You know, me doing a podcast and just having very vague type of titles. Look, if you guys going to follow me or listen to what I'm saying, it's going to be based on you guys loving the brand more so me clickbaiting you in here. Okay, hit the Tyson bell. So I definitely agree with Deontay. The Bronze Bomber Boulder, though, you know, you do want to make sure stuff is looking attractive for them to buy your work. That's business. But on the other hand, yeah, I get what he's saying. You know, acting like you know what's going on and stuff like that, bringing people in and people being disappointed. But what y'all can do though to help this brand is hit the like. You know, I'm not clickbaiting and stuff like that. But then if you don't hit the like, you're just killing me. Now I'm just I'm just going down, right? So hit the like, subscribe to my channel, and help support. Okay. So let's move on real quick. We do have the topic of Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. But first, you guys know that Floyd Mayweather is back, right? Floyd Money Mayweather is back. You know that, right? Floyd Mayweather fighting it. There we go. There you go. Look. Right here. Asukara versus Mayweather. Now, let me tell you the disrespect. Look how they spelled Floyd. Look how they look how they spelled Floyd. The disrespect, okay? On September 25th, I don't know, is that Fly Mayweather, whoever that is, they totally screwed that up. Where we at? Where we at? Here it is.
God damn, that boy can sing.
That's not funny. Not funny. Not funny. See, that is too far. That shit, that's too far, bro. That right there is too far. You need to go somewhere and repent. You need to get your soul cleansed. That's too far. And that's the black two sugars. Let me see what you have to say. That ain't funny, Derek. That shit ain't funny. Not funny, true. Hey, BK. Hey, you joining. So hold up. We do have a take from the pup, ShowBizz the Puppet. He has a take on this fight with Floyd Mayweather. Let's see what ShowBizz the Puppet has to say about the Floyd Mayweather exhibition against Asukara.
Oh.
Hey, Biz, I feel like Porter has been trying to promote Crawford because he knows something we don't. And quite frankly, I can't take this no more. Yeah, I'm I'm going to cover Spence versus Crawford whenever something happens. Okay, but I don't give a damn. Oh, yeah. Don't look. Don't break. It was all solid. Didn't break in half. You know when it break in half and that first half go, that second half go back up. Nah, that was a clean one from the pup. I guess he feels that the fight is shit. Okay. And we'll talk a little Spence versus Terrence Crawford in a minute. But let's cover Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. I have the receipts. Here's what Dana White had to say about Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. Receipts, motherfucker! That right hand was Wilder level.
There's a rumor that Jake Paul and Anderson Silva are going to fight in October. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't give a shit what they, you know what I mean? But if he's really fighting Anderson Silva, if that's true, it's about time. Yeah, he's got a real fight in his hands there. You know, regardless of how old Anderson is. Yeah, that's a real fight.
He's right. That's a real fight, regardless of how old. Number one, we knew that Jake Paul was going to go back to fighting retired UFC fighters. Okay, fighting a real boxer, like a true real. Well, KSI fought a real boxer. Anderson Silva fought a real boxer. Chavez. But I mean that guy, whoever KSI fought, get that shit out of here. But we knew he was going to fight retired UFC guys. That's what you do. Except for Anderson Silva is a huge step up because Anderson Silva is, to me, probably the most special fighter, all-around fighter I've ever seen. Okay, this guy can box. This guy jiu-jitsu. I mean, he's just amazing. He's the GOAT for me. He's 47 years old though, but he still has those abilities, the timing, the fighting spirit, all those things. And he's boxing now, and his boxing is looking easy. Let me see what you have to say. Yo, Biz, who has a better resume, Fulton or Inoue? I'm going with Inoue. Inoue fought more champions, but on top of that, he went through the Super Series, right? He got the Ali trophy. So when you do something like that, it's kind of how Andre Ward, the reason why Andre Ward is a Hall of Famer, when he won that, was that Super 6? When he won that and he just fought the best, they went through that tournament. That it's like Josh Taylor, right? When you go through something like that, I think Usyk did the same thing, right? When you go through something like that, and you just clear out, you know that you're the best. You know, you got to give him the love. Let me see what else we got. I just watched Ortiz versus Martin dropped by a jab. Yeah. Martin got caught really sleeping. It was like a hooker jab. Let me see what you have to say. What are the very Vegas odds for Paul backing out? That could definitely happen. Now, look, here's my thing. Let's look at this fight from this perspective, okay? We all know what Jake Paul can do. Jake Paul can take a step forward with a 1-2 very early, knocking you out. He can knock you out late too, but it's a 1-2 if you're standing there at the end of his punches. If you don't have the footwork, if you can't get out the way, he may sleep you. And it's a one-hitter quitter. But from my perspective, I think Anderson Silva has been looking better. Here's some highlights from Anderson Silva.
Yeah, fuck you dudes, I don't care what your mouth say. You showing signs that you weak like a Monday. So I take advantage and stare down your chick till she get embarrassed and treat her with my higher standards. And I lie a lot. Tell my girl I am coolin' with Rick when I'm not. Show up at the spot drunk as fuck, then I need a shot. Take a shot, laugh with my niggas, then we slap box. I don't want no more silly chicks outside beating down my door, busting windows out, slashing up my tires, laughing at me like, what you gonna do about it, bitch? So I canceled that drama shit. Took a sip with my nigga, told him the whole story. My nigga felt for me, told me that backhand was mandatory. I know I'm grown, but when I drink too much, sometimes I wanna be on some gangster shit. And she's my girl, but with that bathrobe on, I say shit to her like, hey shit, be up. I be on shit, 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 I be on shit all day.
Don't forget, if you haven't heard that album from ShowBizz and Black Sun, BlackBizzness, you can get it by scanning this QR code. It's also in the link in the description box. Pick up our album, Manchester Green. Wasn't it fire? Yeah, he be on shit. Anderson Silva, to me, has shown me more than Jake Paul because he's a greater fighter than Jake Paul. So he's showing everything that he knows. He's showing the footwork. He's showing the angles. He's showing the timing. He's showing the great defense. He's one of the greatest strikers of all time. He's showing the variety of punches he can throw. He's showing stamina to go the distance with Chavez. He fought Chavez. I know I saw LV Sinister say Chavez is shit, but Chavez is a better boxer than Ben Askren. He's a better boxer than Nate Robinson. You feel what I'm saying? Hit the Tyson Bell. And then you have Tyron Woodley. He's better than him too. Okay, so there's no need to say that Chavez is garbage. And then what are you going to say about Jake Paul's fighters, who he's fought? There's really not much you can say. You're going to talk about Gibb? Chavez is better than Gibb too, right? So don't be silly. But when you look at them fighting, Anderson Silva is showing more in the ring, right? So it's kind of like Devin the Dream Haney and Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero's knocking everybody out, but when you look at the two, Devin the Dream Haney is definitely better, though he's not knocking everybody out, right? So it kind of feels like that. Now, with Anderson Silva getting knocked out on a few occasions, Anderson Silva head being as big as shit, a big target, when you have, and I'm not saying that head is durable because he's been getting dropped, and with his knees being bad, he's 47, his tendons, his legs getting a little tired, he's a little slower. If he doesn't get out the damn way, right, he'll mess around and not get out the way. Jake Paul can actually sleep him. He can sleep him, especially at 47, right? And I think that's the hope for Jake Paul. But if Anderson Silva, which I believe he'll know to fight Jake Paul close, because Jake Paul has no power in here. When you see him throw the combinations and the hooks, it looks very sloppy and bad. His power is when he jumps in with the 1-2, and he has a lot of distance. So if Anderson Silva weaves inside and keep the fight close, has a very good chance of dominating Jake Paul, dominating him. Hit the Tyson bell. But all it takes is that Wilder. And I must say, I'm pretty interested. Let me see what you have to say. Wait, Biz, that song was kind of dark. Yeah. The album isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a rap album. It's a rap album. Check it out. It's not sunshine and rainbows. Hit the thumbs up for your boy ShowBizz. Thank you so much. If you guys can, if you can find enough strength to close out the chat and hit the like. I know it's like pulling teeth. It's hard for y'all to do something that simple, but if you guys can do it, please hit the like for Biz for the one.
Hit the like, your fingers over here be like, there's nothing to hit the like, you know what you like.
I think that should be his new name. I think that's very funny. I think that's hysterical. Jake the Blonde Bomber Paul. Like, that is hilarious. That's very funny. I think that should be his name. I think this community should troll, should jump in on Jake Paul, all his Twitter shit, and call him the Blonde Bomber. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. I haven't laughed yet, but that is hysterical. I love it to death. Hit the Tyson bell. If you don't like it, that's fine, but that's hysterical. Let me see. Biz, where is the Wiz lying at? Man, you know what? You talking about Baby Be Mine, that MJ. Sully! Where are you at, Sully? What are we waiting for? Let me see. What else we got? So let's run and do the Twitter fingers. And then after doing the Twitter fingers, we can talk some Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, some Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Robert Helenius, and just the heavyweight landscape. We'll do that, but let's make sure we cover the Twitter thing.
Twitter fingers.
Twitter fingers. You guys are on a roll. Hilarious. Okay, Twitter fingers number 1. From Errol to True Spence. Rolly used to be so humble and kind. Wow. I didn't know that. But so did Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd was sweet. He was sweet like a cherry pie. But remember Pretty Boy Floyd, respectable, sweet, and kind. Wasn't getting to the bag. Asshole, get you to the bag. That's a pause. I don't like the combination of that. That's a pause.
You're being moist. Stop being moist.
When I came down.
Mike Tyson. Remember how respectable Mike Tyson was? We did business as usual. We're businessmen. We're professionals. After Cuss gone, we're gonna miss him. But we're professional, and we're gonna go on with the business. Remember him? And then he became, I want to eat your children. Huh? Praise be to Allah. I just want to step on your testicles and, step on your kids' nuts. And so you can know how it feels waking up like me every day. Remember that? F off. Became an icon. And that's why I keep saying that Devin the Dream Haney, be a villain. Be a villain. Haney, listen, brother. Listen, brother. Rolly Romero and Tank Davis became a big fight. Tank Davis don't have to be a villain. When you look at Tank Davis talk, he just like, I'm just going to beat him up. He always super stressed. He just like, because his knockouts is must-see TV. Usyk, not so many knockouts, but his crazy, that works, right? That shit works. So, Haney, be a villain. Because watching your fights, many people, be a villain, bro. Be a villain. Have people want you to lose. Pay, it's all there. It's all there. Rolly just did it. Right? It's all there. All right. That was the Black Two Sugars. Okay, here we go. Rakimov versus, is that how you say his name again? And Cordina. Cordina will defend his IBF super featherweight world title versus Rakimov. I haven't seen Rakimov in a minute. Let me see. I haven't watched him in a minute. Maybe I don't recall. On the undercard of Bivol versus Ramirez November 5th. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. All right, what's up with another Twitter finger? Mayweather in exhibition. Let's move on. Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker will now be for the WBO interim heavyweight belt on September 24th. Wow. Meaning that if Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk happens for undisputed and the WBO is vacated in the aftermath, then the Joyce versus Parker winner would be upgraded to full world champion. Okay, that's fine. But I want to say this. What's better is if the interim champion becomes the mandatory. Because if they become undisputed and then the WBO gets vacated, and no, I would rather whoever becomes undisputed defends it and fight somebody like Joe Joyce, or the winner between Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker, which I think it'd be Joe Joyce. But if Usyk were to win and Joe Joyce beats Joseph Parker, that'll be a rematch of what happened in their amateur days, Usyk and Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce versus Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Tyson Fury, he can't leave. If he were to beat Usyk and Joe Joyce becomes mandatory if he beats Joseph Parker after what he did to Dubois and shit like that, people going to demand Tyson Fury versus Joe Joyce, and he can't leave. He can't pull a Rocky Marciano leaving, bailing, right before Sonny Liston stepped his ass out there and became a top contender. All right, let me see. Flex on him. Oh, where's my little J gone? Uh-oh. Seep. Pow. King Kong ain't got hit on me. Keep my wife's name. Yes. Yo, thank you so much, brother, for the $20 super chat and for flexing on him. Yeah, so I can, if Joseph Parker were to win, Tyson Fury won't fight him. They're like this. Joseph Parker versus Usyk would be fun to see something like that because they're both smaller heavyweights and it'd be going back to movement and stuff like that, and that'd be great. We'll see. Any more? Yeah, okay. Anthony Joshua's trainer, Robert Garcia, he says, can Anthony come back? Hell yeah. He's going to come back with or without me. I spoke about that. He's going to come back, and he's going to come back stronger. There you go. Sound optimistic. Next Twitter finger, Jake Paul. He says, the hardest role I ever had to play was dumb. Well, you got enough practice at it. Hey, let me give it to him. Let me give it to him.
But you don't remember what they
look.
But you bought the bottle of beer, definitely, at 12:15.
Yeah, it was 12:15 exactly. If I'm not mistaken, it was.
Now you see something. Now you see now. You done fucked up. You know that, don't you?
Okay. Keep underestimating me. All right. I really don't care. I don't really care. And those, my friends,
Twitter fingers.
Twitter fingers. Do you think Optimus Prime roll out? Do you think Will Fury will fight Parker Fury pretty much big bro him? No, he wouldn't fight. I don't think he'll fight. I don't think he'll fight him. And I mentioned that. Let me see. Joshua is done. Why do you say that? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the heavyweight landscape. Why do you say Joshua is done, LV Sinister? Why do you say that? Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Why is Joshua done? I think I know what you're going to say. You're going to say that Joshua is done because he lost to one man twice. That has to be it. He can't beat Usyk, so he shouldn't fight anymore. He should never fight. He should give up. That's why you're not a fighter. That's why that statement is embarrassing. Because if you live your life like that, you obviously do because you're projecting. So somebody like that's embarrassing for you to show that's what you're made of. And that's not what the war room is about. I'm happy you here though, so you can be made of sterner stuff and keep going, even if you lose to a challenge twice. All right. So you sound pathetic. But on top of that, I am happy that Wilder is coming back. He lost to one man 3 times, pretty much. He had a draw. He definitely was outboxed. I don't know, all the rounds except for like 2. And he was knocked out. He was stopped 2 of the following times. I'm happy Wilder didn't give up, and he's not done, right? So yeah, sometimes you go up against a guy that you just can't beat, and you keep fighting, right? I'm happy Sugar Shane Mosley kept fighting after losing to Winky Wright. Was that twice? Right? Did he lose to Winky Wright twice? I'm happy. I'm happy about that. So, but you're a give up artist. All right. So I can't blame you. All right. Let me see. What else we got? Flex on him. Seep, pow. King Kong ain't got hit on me. All that jelly, no toast. Yes. Let me see. Just paying my tithes. Much love to you. AJ is still a great heavyweight. Yeah. With a great resume. Oh, yeah. Let me get the MJ love for the community. You got that right, dude. And I'm going to ask you one question, and it's just between me and you, just for you. What are we waiting for? Yeah. What you say? You said AJ is still a great heavyweight with a great resume. Yeah, right. It's just that AJ doesn't suck. He lost a split decision. He didn't get knocked out. He lost to a fantastic fighter, right? Because Frazier lost to Ali twice. Hey, man. I mean, Ali was the best in the world. Wilder, you have idiots hitting me like, Wilder? How is Wilder still in the conversation? He lost to the best heavyweight in the world. He didn't drop far. He dropped to 2. Like he lost to the best heavyweight in the world. See, when you do something like that, you can't shit on Wilder or AJ, especially fighting them twice, right? So LV, who's a give up artist, he can never understand Wilder and AJ. Never understand those boys. But those gladiators that got a burning desire in their stomach and pit of their stomach, you knock me down, I'm gonna get up. You're gonna have to convince me not to get up again. Those type of people go further in life. Those are people that motivate me and inspire me. Let me see. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. You got that right, brother. All right, so let's keep talking. Let's keep talking. This gift was entertaining. Let's keep talking. Errol Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford. You know, the deal is this, okay? No one knows what's going on. And just like Wilder says, I'm not going to clickbait and act like I know what's going on. I have no idea. No one knows. They hardly know. Okay. If you're not wearing the black suits and you're not in the meeting while they're negotiating, you have no idea. They're negotiating many different things, and it's between them. You don't let anyone in on that information, especially media. You don't let them in on what they're negotiating and what they're talking about. I've heard things, but then I've heard contradicting things. I've heard things like, wait a second. So then I shut my mouth, right? So, I mean, it's like I can't, there's nothing to say really. But what I can say is they did a wonderful job. I use the word wonderful, okay? That lets you know how serious I am. They did a wonderful job in having people lose their excitement for the fight. Nobody gives it. It's funny. It's funny. A fight, or no, maybe people do care, but a fight that big, a fight that important, people got discouraged, and they're in a lose-lose. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence is putting a bad taste in everybody's mouths. Look, if Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford don't fight each other, but they keep fighting, people are going to be like, boo! Honestly, if it's announced, Terrence Bud Crawford versus Keith One Time Thurman, people are like, man, y'all, I'm done. I'm done. People will watch the fight and be like, but it'll just be a sickening feeling in there. I think Manny Pacquiao and but it's been going on forever. Floyd Mayweather, most recently, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, people don't have the endurance anymore. People don't have the wherewithal anymore. But that happened before with Aaron Pryor and Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Werner the Real Deal Holyfield and Mike Tyson. It was like always shit coming up. It was just like, I don't care anymore. Basically, yeah. Right? I mean, they did an incredible job. And the only thing that can make people care now is if that fight is announced. If that fight is announced, people are going to be like, finally! And then they're going to be excited again. But if that fight isn't announced, bruh, then there's nothing that's going to satisfy the people. People are going to watch them fight still, but they're not going to be happy. They're not going to be satisfied. And I don't mind. That's why I don't mind what Gervonta Tank Davis did. The TMT did with Ryan Garcia. All they did was shut the fight down the whole time. All they did was say, man, they don't really want to fight. They don't want to fight, man. They don't want to fight. If they want to fight, then what's up? But they don't want to fight. And it's heartbreaking, but from a business perspective, I can understand it. Let's not get people excited to begin with, because there's a good chance that we won't be able to agree to terms. So let's not get people excited to begin with. If Tank Davis is announced to fight another fight, or Ryan Garcia is announced to fight another fight, people may talk trash, but they won't be as gutted as if you hear Errol Spence fighting somebody else or Terrence Crawford moving up. It'll be ridiculous. The sanctioning organizations need to force Virgil and Boots on them. I'm tired of them too. Well, yeah, but I'm not that tired of them, because they don't bring up each other. People bring them up. They're not ready to fight each other. Neither one of them. If the media brings it up, they answer it because they're gladiators, but they don't bring that shit up. It's not for sure Boots and Virgil they must fight each other. They don't must fight each other right now. They don't. They a lot of things can happen before. It's not a must. I would love to see it, but it's not a must, right? People are doing that, so that's one thing. But since that Ellie set back that face-to-face that Adrian Clark set up between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford in that hallway, and they did that whole thing, that was it, Playboy. That was it. And now people lost interest, man. I know I have. I'm not going to lie to you. I've lost interest. I lost interest a while back. I was like, I'm not going to talk about it. I was given great information, and now the time is running out. It's about to be September. I'm just like, and they've already start training, and that's good. But hey man, you wore me out. You wore me out. Y'all wore me out. I'm not even mad at it. I'm looking at UFC and those fights that's coming up and all the other boxing fights that's coming up. I'm excited about that shit. Constantine versus Shakur Stevenson. We ain't talking about that. So I've moved on pretty good. Let me see. Biz, have you seen that Mike Tyson series on Hulu? Yeah, amazing acting. I've never seen the portrayal of Mike Tyson better, to the point where I don't need to see Jamie Foxx. I'm not sure if he can do it. Like, not like that, the hands and the how he's doing this. I mean, just great acting. Hulu did Tyson wrong though, business-wise, but the acting, extremely good. I was talking Boots and Virgil fighting fighting them. But nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. They want to see, that's the point I'm making. You want to see Spence versus Bud. And if not that, bruh, I mean, yeah, it'd be a shot to the stomach, because the truth of the matter is, did you guys see the Hall of Fame? The Boxing Hall of Fame? They were there. Anybody who brought up Boots versus those guys, they were like, I mean, it's a good fight, but he's not ready. These guys done fought in championship bouts on top 10 contenders. Like, Boots just not ready. He's talented, but he's not ready. It is what he's not ready. There's more to this game than having a lot of talent and some very good skill. There's also that other thing that champions fight with, and he's just haven't been there before, right? Like Floyd whooping Canelo, he hasn't been there before. He's not ready, bro. And Virgil's not ready as well. Let me see. I'll watch it, but it'll sting. It'll sting. Let me see. Crawford is too difficult to work with. But here's the thing, brother. We are making a huge mistake at continuing to point the finger like some idiots. We're dumb. We're dumb. We still act like we know from our living room. All we're doing is passing judgment on who we don't like. That's all that's going on. Acting like a sour girlfriend. We don't know what's going on. And we're blaming whoever we're just trying to blame based on a few interviews. We have no idea what's going on. Even Derrick James, the interviews with Derrick, he's not sitting there making the business moves. Those are people in the black suits. So the fighters can say all they want. We don't know what's going on, bruh. We don't know who's being more difficult. We have no idea. We don't know. Now, you can cap for your favorite fighter, but honestly, we don't know shit. That's the real. How can you claim? Y'all talk to me every day. I'm going to tell you something. The best channel by landslide. Thank you. Hit the jab the like. Please jab the like. Let me tell you something before I go. Y'all talk to me every day, right? I tell you guys personal things that's going on and everything. Y'all talk to me for at least an hour every day. And then on the weekends, it could be 6 to 8 hours. Y'all talk to me. But if you try to guess what's going on with me business-wise, you're going to sound like a damn fool. You have no idea. Forget interviews. Y'all talk to me every day. If anybody, every video made about me, everybody who said things in the war room about what's going on with me, my giveaways, my sponsorships, everything that's going on with me business-wise, why I say what I say, y'all all sound dumb as shit, have no idea. And that's y'all talking to me every day. I'm not close to as complex as the business between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. That I know. I'm still a guy in the basement, and it's true. That I know. I have more ties than you think and less ties than you say. So, yeah, we have no idea what's going on. You're a generous man, Biz. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get, and before I go, I want to ask you guys to help me out. Would you guys want to give away from Triple G? Because this may be his last fight. And I was just thinking, would you guys want a Triple G autograph something or Canelo Alvarez? Real quick, would you guys want something from Triple G or Canelo Alvarez as a giveaway? That fight is in a couple weeks. What's up, Biz? At school with it. What's Sam? What's up? What's up with you? Triple G. Yeah, I was thinking that because this may be his last fight. That'd be something great. Everybody, if y'all haven't done it, also make sure you go by BetUS and create an account and see how you guys want to get to the bag. Look at all the options there. The combat sports. There's definitely NFL stuff in their sports. There's a lot of stuff going on there. I cover combat sports. Check it out. It's very easy to use. Check it out. All of you guys, banking information would be very easy to access. There's no, we can't use this bank or use this payout or use this way. Yeah, make sure you guys check it out. Make sure you check it out. It's very good. Flex on Triple G. Flex on. Seep. Pow. King Kong ain't got hit on me. I'm giving you your money's worth, even though it's at the end. Yes. All right. Thank you guys for showing up. BK said, Nello, bro. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. You guys have been fantastic. Tomorrow is Thorough Thursday. All right. So I just plopped down. No preparation. You guys asked me what you want to ask me. I think last week we went 2 hours. We have the Facts Friday on Friday, and then we'll be calling the fights all weekend long, Saturday and Sunday. All right? ShowBizz the Adult. Much love to you. I'm out. I would like to do like a legend giveaway, like maybe a George Foreman or something. Before you go, you think there's any chance Triple G was just not his best versus Murata? He knocked him out, though. Now everyone judging him based on that performance. Then he comes out blasting versus Canelo. No, it's not just that performance. It's his performances leading up to that. Right? Do you see the Sergey Devchenko fight? You just see that he looks like he's getting old. Right? So he is. All right, man. Thank you so much. I'm out.